I get it, you scrolling through endless listings of outdoor tankless water heaters, each picture promising endless hot showers and a flawless winter backyard, and you're thinking, if I'm going to spend money on a unit that lives outside, I need to be 100% sure it won't leave me shivering while trying to wash the dishes. The thing is, a lot of these products look perfect on the spec sheet, but end up feeling like a disappointment when the first cold night hits. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon, and I'm about to walk you through why the Noritz NR66ODLP might be the one that actually lives up to the hype, or why it could be the one you skip. First, let's talk about the core need that brings most people to an outdoor tankless water heater. You probably have a cabin, a large home with a separated utility space, or a garden house that doesn't have a reliable indoor water heating solution. You want hot water on demand, you don't want a giant storage tank taking up floor space, and you'd prefer a system that keeps the heat source away from your living area for safety reasons. In that scenario, the Noritz NR66ODLP's claim of endless hot water is a real selling point because it runs on liquid propane, which means you're not tied to the electrical grid or worrying about a massive water tank that could freeze in the winter. Now, the first question most buyers ask is, will this actually keep up with my family's demand? The unit is rated for 140,000 Btuh, which translates to about 6.6 gallons per minute. In plain terms, that's enough to run a shower at a low to moderate flow while the kitchen tap is filling a pot, as long as you don't have multiple showers running simultaneously. I've spoken to a few homeowners who installed similar capacity units in homes of Btuh, 5003, 000 SQFT, and they reported that a single 6-gallon per minute flow feels comfortable for a 10-minute shower with a modest head. The practical takeaway: if you have a family of 4 and you tend to stagger showers, the NR66ODLP will hit the sweet spot. If you're planning on 2 adults taking back-to-back showers while the dishwasher runs, you'll feel the drop in temperature once the flow exceeds the 6.6 GPM ceiling. Another thing people often overlook is the impact of climate on a propane-fired outdoor heater. Noritz advertises high efficiency and low NOx emissions, which is great for both the environment and your monthly fuel bill. However, because the unit sits outside, the intake air temperature directly influences how much propane it needs to generate the same amount of heat. In colder regions, think sub-zero winters, the heater has to work harder, which can reduce its flow rate by up to 20%. That means on the coldest mornings you might only get about 5 GPM. If you live in a milder climate like the Pacific Northwest or the South, you'll see the rated flow more consistently. So, the hidden trade-off is that the same unit can feel very different depending on where you install it. Installation is another practical point that separates a good purchase from a headache. This Noritz model is designed specifically for outdoor use, and it comes with a weather-protected housing that can be mounted on a wall or a sturdy post. The mounting kit is fairly straightforward, but you still need a certified plumber to hook up the propane line and ensure the venting complies with local codes. For DI-inclined users, the learning curve is moderate. You'll need a gas line, a proper vent pipe, and a reliable power source for the control board. If you're comfortable with running a 120V line and have a propane tank already on site, the installation will likely be a weekend project. If you have to bring in a professional for both gas and electrical work, factor in that extra labor cost, which can easily add $500, $800 to the total spend. On the strength side, the low NOx claim isn't just marketing fluff. Propane burners that meet the EPA's low NOx standards produce cleaner combustion, which means less soot inside the heat exchanger and a longer lifespan for the unit. In real usage, that translates to fewer maintenance trips. Most owners only need to flush the system once a year. The unit also has an internal freeze-proof sensor, so when temperatures dip below 32°F, the heater automatically shuts off to prevent damage. That safety feature is a big win for anyone who wants to avoid costly repairs from frozen components. Where the NR66ODLP shows its weaknesses is in the user interface. The control panel is a simple analog dial that sets the target temperature, but it doesn't provide a digital readout or a remote monitoring option. If you're used to smart home integrations, where you can check your water temperature from a phone, you'll find this a bit archaic. Also, the unit doesn't come with a built-in recirculation pump, so if you have a long run of pipe from the heater to your house, you'll experience a noticeable lag before hot water reaches the tap. Some users solve